So I want to share with you a simple example of how manifestation works. See, I just got back to the gym. Okay, I want to show you how fast your reality can change because this all it is identity shifting. So I was working out, right? And normally, I can get to a point and there's this really hard core exercise I do. And I can get to a point where it's like really hard and I might even pause. I know it's bad, but I sometimes will pause for a sec and then continue it. This time, I said no. Why don't I just apply more of the stuff that I embody and that I teach into this exercise specifically? So I did that because normally it's so hard, like my body just, can't just push through the whole way. And I'm almost like kind of sluggish just getting through it. Here's the incredible part. I decided to switch my identity in that moment based on the techniques that I teach. And in that moment, not only did I keep going, but I actually quickened the pace and I did it more intensely and faster and like with more intensity. It was incredible. And literally all I did was try to perceive this. I told myself, this is what I told myself. I was like, okay, knowing that I am everybody else and that they are me and that what anybody else has, I also have, right? So another version of you, like if someone out there in the world has a Lamborghini, you already have a Lamborghini because you guys are the same. I thought, okay, there's a version out there of me that can push through this workout like a beast. How would they perceive the world, right? Let me tap into that. And in a second, because again, I've practiced this for a long time, but still, in a second, guys, I was able to manifest this result of like being super intense. And literally, I didn't think about doing it. This is the amazing thing about the brain, which I'll explain in a second. I didn't think about, or even try. I didn't even try to be more intense. Literally, I just told myself, I'm this version, like this is who I am right now. And literally, my brain took over, like my subconscious took over. I started really going intensely. And like a second ago, guys, you have to realize a second ago, my body did not think it could go on. And you'll learn this if you've ever done hard workouts or in football or even in Navy SEALs training. Like your body can do much more than your mind believes it can, than your conscious mind believes it can. Like I thought I was out for the count and then all of a sudden I'm going intensely simply because I shifted my identity to believe so. And even in football, right, I sort of was able to do this, but way back when I, years and years and years ago when I did football, I was into mindset stuff, but I had no really idea of how it worked, right? I've always kind of studied it, but I was just kind of like, at that time, I was just kind of tampering through, right? I was still young. I didn't really understand the stuff. I didn't dive into it that deeply. But the point is like I switched in 2 seconds and all of a sudden I'm going, and I literally didn't even recognize myself. It was almost like an out of body experience. It was incredible. I just started like doing this exercise and it was almost like I wasn't even in my own body. Like I didn't even recognize myself in that moment and it happened in 2 seconds. And so I share this because it's a great example. I share this example specifically because it's a great example of how identity works. Because see, here's the thing. If you want to sell somebody something or if you want to get a dream, right, become a famous actor, do whatever the heck it is that you want to do, those things are actually, especially when you realize how your cells can be impacted on a physical level, think about how simple that is. Because something like an acting or selling someone, that's just, talking to another person and influencing them, right? But like to influence your own physical body to change, like if you read The Secret and stuff, they talk about this too, how people can literally change their body, their cells in their body to heal cancer and do stuff like this. Like it's 100% true. And when you really understand how this works, you understand that this is true because the cells in your body are literally are affected by your thoughts. If you read into and study this enough, you'll learn about how like your thoughts are literally connected to your cells. Like they're not separate, they're the exact same thing. So when you think a certain way, it like immediately affects the cells in your body. And so when you put that together with, okay, well, my thoughts affect my cells also affect even my body and how healthy I am, etc., and the results that I get and just how I act and be, when you truly understand this concept deeply and you get rid of all your barriers and you truly awaken, like you switch identities like that and you get results in a second. Okay, now like it's this. I use this example all the time with the food in the fridge. The only thing is time delay, and time delay is nothing. It's the same thing as like a sandwich, right? If I have no resistance over getting a sandwich in my fridge, if I don't overthink it and sit here, right, and I just get the fridge or get the sandwich from the fridge, right? There's no time delay. I just go there and I get it. And it's that simple. Like I walk over there and I don't even care about how much time it takes for me to get from here to the fridge. I don't, because I just know it can happen. And so the time is irrelevant. I don't sit here thinking, oh, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? I don't care, because it's going to come, and then I do it. This is how any result happens. You see, so there's no doubt, because you know you can just get a sandwich from the fridge. You don't even care. Like, it doesn't even cross your mind, how long is this process going to take? That's the level of belief you get to, because you just realize resistance stuff that doesn't exist. Like, once you get rid of all the barriers and your imagination, everything is clear, you just realize none of that crap exists. It just really doesn't. But I wanted to share this again because it shows you that, because you'll probably hear it from reading The Secret, but when you actually experience it in real life, you know it to be true. And then you don't question and doubt things like, oh man, is this just, pseudoscience? Is this blah, 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 blah? And it's like, no, this actually happens, and it can happen like that. Like, literally, when they talk about time delay, guys, it's just like you have to go out and you do the thing, right? Do the necessary action, embodied in the right way and all of that. But when you go out and do it, it's not a big deal. You just get it. It's like, yeah, to get a sandwich from the fridge, it's not just going to float out of the fridge and come to me, right? No, it's like I have to go over there and get it. Sometimes if you feel it's strong enough, something weird can happen, right? Someone can go over and get it for me by some coincidence. But that's irrelevant, especially when you understand the power you have. It's like, no, why don't I just go get a sandwich? You have no resistance. So this is how powerful this stuff is, guys. Literally, you have to switch your identity. You have to shift your identity. And once you do that, everything comes. Okay? Like, it's incredible how this works. Now, if you want to learn about this more, go ahead and click the link in my bio, and I can go ahead and coach you one-on-one. But the bottom line is, guys, shift your identity. Know that whatever someone has out there that you want, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's a product or a car, or just someone, attracting the kind of person that you want, like, you got to learn, you got to know, and you probably already do, right? Because you're inspired and see other people having it or whatever, that someone else has it. They are you. You are them. You guys have the same personas. Like, that is a version of you. And so you can, if you tap into that same version, you can get that. You could get that result, okay? But I'll talk about that another time. In the meantime, go ahead and click the link in my bio and we'll get started.